I'm Jason Woodard. This is my 5th year as a faculty member in the School of Information Systems at SMU. I teach the first-year seminar on IS management, Information Systems Management, for our first-year incoming SIS students. And I'm also a research faculty member. I focus on technology strategy in the software industry. We're constantly trying new things in our courses. For my IS management seminar course, we've experimented with a few different ways to help students communicate with each other and to evaluate each other more effectively and take the learning experience outside the walls of the classroom. I'm not the first person to use a wiki at SMU. Michael Netzley's been doing that for several years. But when I was approached by students and asked to lead a study mission to Silicon Valley, I decided to experiment by creating a wiki using the MediaWiki software, which is the same software that runs Wikipedia. The MediaWiki technology actually requires learning a little bit of technical stuff, right? So you have to actually post content in this MediaWiki markup language, which is not just plain text. There's not a WYSIWYG editor. And I was worried about how long it would take for students to come up to speed. It turns out it was very, very quick. We really had no student trouble at all in getting information onto the wiki. So what we basically did was transfer the MediaWiki environment that I had put on a server at SIS and scale it to the university as a whole. The technology allows you to delete, to overwrite, to edit. The culture on Wikipedia is mercilessly to revise, to edit, to change what people have up there. There's a certain decorum, there's a certain etiquette about doing that in a way that's constructive. But this is a medium where people very actively revise and change the content that's there. We needed to make an effort to integrate the wiki more into the day-to-day aspects of the course. So in IS 101, the first year, we used the wiki at the beginning of the course because we got everybody kind of involved in it. And then at the end, we had a grade component that was assigned to these cross-section wiki content things. And in the middle, we asked everybody to post the presentation content, their notes from facilitation, contribute to discussions. From the very beginning, the course was designed that students would participate in the evaluation of their peers. Literally 50% of the students' grades for the presentation and case facilitation components are determined by each other. And that's a heavy responsibility for the students, and we wanted to continue to make that a more efficient process and a process that is consistent with the overall feel of the class. So I tried an experiment, which was I gave people my phone number and I asked them to SMS me their scores. And I was able to find a piece of software that was free that would allow me to take my Bluetooth phone and transfer the SMS messages from the phone onto my computer and then from there into an Excel spreadsheet. And that made it possible to do what I needed to do. So I found SMU to be a tremendously supportive environment in at least 3 ways. One is the institutional support. Through the Center for Teaching Excellence and through the Center for Teaching and Learning, we have had many conversations over lunches, brown bag sessions over lunches, lunch talks by colleagues about different people's experiences. So being in an environment where people share their experiences, where people's experiences doing things differently are recognized and valued is a motivating thing, it's an empowering thing. Support from faculty colleagues is something that I've also appreciated a lot. From the people I teach with, people who support the design of the curriculum as a whole. So when I first took the course design document for IS 101 and stuck it on the wiki, I was breaking every rule that we had about how you do course design documents. And that was okay, right? So there's a recognition that you're pushing the boundaries, you're pushing the envelope, and we're going to see what happens. The third aspect of support that I think is underappreciated is support from the students. Believe it or not, you can't just go into the classroom and expect students to do anything you tell them to do. They will push back. And yet I've found the students here to be tremendously receptive, that they're open to new ideas, they're interested in trying things that are new. So the SMU pedagogy is unique. SMU has a teaching environment, a learning environment that is unusually interactive. It's an environment where the walls between the teachers and students are routinely broken down. Students engage with each other, so it's not enough to interact with the professor. It's an environment that demands innovation, and the SMU has emphasized technology-enabled pedagogy for that reason, as a way to facilitate the interaction between students, to facilitate participation in the classroom and beyond. So it's not technology for its own sake. It's technology for the sake of getting out of the way and enabling people to interact with each other in ways that are powerful from a learning point of view. So when we do innovative things with technology at SMU, we always ask ourselves, why? What are you doing? What are you trying to do with this technology in the classroom? And how is it going to enable you to create a learning experience that is some way more powerful, more distinctive, more memorable, deeper than you could do otherwise? So all of the things that I've done that are innovative in my experience teaching at SMU have really been things that support student interaction with each other and the experience outside the classrooms. So where do you go from here? I want to find ways with technology to continue to get people to feel like they are part of a big team, part of a big community, and to continue to find ways to deepen their experience.